Hey there everyone, and welcome to my channel. I am doing a grocery haul today. I'm showing you what we're buying for 2 weeks for our family of 2 adults and 2 teenagers. Now I've planned out all my meals and I've mapped out what we're going to eat for snacks and lunch and for breakfast, and I've also mapped out what we're going to have for dinner. I keep a track of that in a monthly notebook, just the ideas and the things that I want us to eat over the month, and then I go off what I've got already in the pantry. I often have dried goods, tinned goods, which is tinned tomatoes, mixed beans, pasta, rice, things like that. We also always have eggs on hand. Okay, so I think you're going to be able to hear it properly. I'm going to turn the camera around and I'll just show you what I've got. So here is some chicken. I got a frozen Bostock's one, and there's this new one that I found. I'm not 100% sure about it, but I've got one and I'll try it out. We're not going to have, I'll freeze it, it's thawed. So it will go in the freezer to use over the next few weeks. And then I've also got some chicken breast that I bought that's going to go for our meal tonight. And these 2 packets of chicken sausages were on sale. So I got those as a meal extra. I've got 2 packets of bacon. I've got some chorizo here that's frozen. And I bought some paneer. So these are items that I will eat. Oh, and some tofu. That's enough for more than one meal. 400 grams, yeah, that's a lot of tofu, but we could have the leftovers for that. And I also, in the way of meat, brought shaved ham. So I only buy the Freedom Farms, and I hate all the packaging, but if anyone's got any ideas on what else you can do with this, but the children use one of these in their sandwiches a day. So if I buy 8, that's enough for 4 a week. So they'll make wraps with those, or sandwiches or rolls, and they go in the freezer. I hide them from them, so they try really hard to just have them use 1 a day. The vegetables, I've got 2 broccoli and a cauliflower, and there's a cabbage here somewhere, half a cabbage, that I use in bits and pieces to bulk up stir fry. I bought some edamame beans for when we do some teriyaki bowls or sushi bowls. Bought some frozen broccoli and some frozen stir-fry mix just to have as backup. I usually go back and buy more vegetables during the week. Also here I've got kumara, a bag of avocados. I think it's just like $5 for this bag. So we're just at the end of season of avocado at the moment, so that will not be available for very much longer. Also brought a sack of 5 kgs of potatoes. For fruit, I just stuck with apples and bananas, and I did get a bag of Feijoas because I absolutely love them. They weren't that expensive. Again, it's at the tail end of the season, so they're starting to be a little less expensive. Oh, and to go with the vegetables, there's some carrots, just loose carrots that I bought. It's probably about a few kilos. And here we've got some tinned tomatoes, some cherry tomatoes, and I'm going to use them in the meal tonight as well, and that feta is going to go with that. So as well as part of our meal is some pizza. So I brought some cranberry sauce to go with the pizza. That's going to be one of our meals for this next fortnight. Got some olive oil and some oat milk, which I've been using a lot in my coffees. Really enjoying oat milk. Got some butter. Possibly should have got more, but couldn't remember what we had in the fridge, so I just got the one. I got some beetroot with no added salt because I'm using this a lot with carrots and the gherkins and red onion to make a salad, this Russian salad I like having for lunch. So that's enough for about 6 days there, so we'll see how I go. Got some extra sour cream, which we aren't using a huge amount of, but I just wanted to top up. This kimchi always works with edamame when we have the sushi bowls. And this is a 2 kilo of natural yogurt that we always seem to use up. I have a lot of yogurt. My husband has a lot of yogurt. And then on extra here I got 4 boxes of muesli bars. The kids have a few a day each in their school lunches, and I decided this week to buy some chocolate buttons. So if we run out of muesli bars, they can bake some biscuits. I thought that's what they can have in their lunches, because if these go too fast, they're going to have to put some work in. A few toiletry items, just some shampoo, toilet paper. I like buying these hand towels, these paper towels, because they come in a paper box. Everything else seems to come in plastic, so these are about $1 more expensive, but they come in paper. And this is recyclable paper as well, which is exciting. And Regan wanted some shaving cream. So here is also the carb corner. So I brought some croissants for the kids to have ham on them for their lunches. I brought these, the kids might like to have these as a treat for their school lunches. There's 2, maybe that would do them for, I don't know, 3 days or something, 2 days. We've got lots of these. We always use the tortillas for pizza bases, for after school snacks, and especially wraps. They often have it with cheese and tomato paste. And then we've got good old bread. Happy to make a sandwich if all else fails, or toasted sandwiches if they've got their friends over. So yeah, carb corner for teenage children. I haven't actually been able to find any solution for the carbohydrates with the children. They just love it, and James and I try not to have a huge amount of carbohydrates, but for the lunches it's really hard to get away from bread or bread rolls or the tortilla wraps. I've just reconciled myself to the fact that I'm going to have to do that while I've got teenagers in the house. So for extras, I always have eggs on hand. Try and buy things in bulk when I can. There's pinto beans, almonds, those are flax seeds that I grind for my cereal, peanut butter. Get this 2 kg tub, which is nearly out actually. In here I keep all the tin stuff with chickpeas, kidney beans, corn, tin tomatoes, coconut milk. So if those are stocked, I've got tomato paste that's in the fridge currently. I'm down to the last jar. The pasta, I always just try and keep a selection and make do with what I've got when I'm planning my meals. So here I've got the spaghetti pasta, there's Hokkien noodles, lentils, there's lasagna, and there's some other black bean spaghetti down the back. And there's a little bit of vermicelli. So also down here I keep rice, which is nearly out, but that'll do us for another week or two. Oats, I actually buy these by 10 kgs. I keep them stored in our laundry, and I just put them in this packet for us to have when we're using it on the daily. Down the back there I've got a 3 kg of popcorn, and there's quinoa. So things that'll top us up. And also in the back there I've got red lentils. This is a tub where I keep the kids' flour that they use for pancakes or crepes when they want to make them. So this is what happens when I rush. I also got a kilo of cheese. I still had half of one, so just 1 extra will do us for 2 weeks. Normally I get 3 if it's a monthly shop. You really can't do much without cheese in this household, so we always have to make sure we've got enough. So what I might do is just show you the few things that I've got planned for our meals for the 2 weeks and how this will do us. So this is my list for this week. I've got things like frittata, scrambled eggs with cheese and tomatoes and spinach. I've got baked chicken and vegetables this night, baked potatoes with cheese and bacon. I've got the feta, cherry, tomatoes and chicken, which we're going to do tonight. I've written chili beans down there, and chili beans they'll have with cauliflower rice or rice for the children. We had burgers the other weekend. We had that, that was Thursday, Friday last week. James and I went away Saturday night, so the kids bought something themselves. And we've got teriyaki tofu, which we'll have, a vegetarian lasagna, which uses lentils and mushrooms. So I'll have to wait till the 2nd week to have that because I don't have mushrooms on hand. Roast vegetables and chicken fried. I'll do the homemade pizza one night, and chicken chorizo spinach, which is done in the Instant Pot, which I really enjoy. And then I've got one night where we do beans and minced beef and vegetables. So we don't have a huge amount of beef left in our freezer. We've always done a home kill, and currently we're waiting about another 2 or 3 weeks for the next lot of home kill to come in. So I've only got a few extra things, which is some mince, and I think there's some soup bones out there, which I'm really not 100% sure if I'm going to be able to use. But yeah, definitely some mince and possibly some steak, but I haven't used any of that in these 2 weeks. I will use it if I go out there and find that there's some remnants of something that I need to use up. So the grand total, when I added it all up, went to Bin In, Pack and Save, Davis Trading. There were 2 trips to Countdown and 2 trips to New World, and it came to a total of $450.35. Now that's New Zealand, and I will have an extra $50 that I'll go through to at the middle weekend, and I buy more fruit and vegetables. So I worked out $450, or $500 is $8 something each day. Hang on a second. So I worked out that if our family spends $500 divide every 14 days, every 2 weeks, that's $35 a day to feed us, and divide that by 4 people, that's $8.90 I feed our family on every day. I think that's average, but I think if I tried, I could spend less.